Hi Trader, Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com with my daily recap. Today is Wednesday, so happy Wednesday, happy hump day. I'm going to try to make this one quick, well, as quick as I can, because, I tend to babble from time to time, because I'm extremely exhausted. But before I get into why I'm exhausted, I just want to welcome you for being here. So thanks for stopping in. Thanks for tuning in. Do me a solid, just give this video a thumbs up if you like it. If you didn't, that's fine. You can walk away, and also ensure that you're subscribed, again, if you like what you're seeing today. So why am I tired? Well, I had an extremely long day. That's one. And two, I just came from a workshop at my daughter's school. I wasn't even gonna go, but she's like, you know what, Mom, can you please come? I get extra credit, right? I get extra credit if you come. And I asked her what it was about, and she told me it's about a workshop on anxiety and dealing with anxiety. And so the information was useful. Obviously, that's the world that I come from. For those of you that are new to the channel, I spent about 13 years working in the field of social service. I have both a bachelor's and a master's in the field of psychology. So a lot of the stuff was familiar, but it was a good refresher, and I try my best to keep up to date on what's going on in the clinical world. Anyway, I got some pamphlets, so if anyone is interested in sort of coping mechanisms and strategies in terms of dealing with dealing with anxiety, as a trader, or perhaps you might be going through stuff in your life and just want to make some sense of it, you can definitely reach out to me at tina@shortmetina.com, or you can text me with the number that I'm going to provide. Again, it's directly linked to my phone, so I'll be able to get it. So that's why I'm tired, because it was just an extremely long day. Anyway, let's jump into a recap of the overall markets. We're going to start with the SPY S&P 500 daily chart dating back to 18. So again, about 2 years worth of data. Now, yesterday I was like, well, you know what? Yesterday's action was very curious to me, right? And I kind of said two things. And again, I do videos every day. So if you ever want to sort of like quote unquote fact check me, you're more than welcome to go back and see what I've said. So yesterday, I believe I said something to the effect of, well, yesterday was an update, and it was following 2 or 3 down days prior to that, right, where the market kind of pulled back 3%, and I thought that, well, you know what, this might be the pullback that I'm quote-unquote expecting, and then we all of a sudden had an update yesterday, and I was like, well, this is a very curious move, right? Is it a dead cat bounce, or is there more to it? And I said, well, today, in my opinion, what happened today, and I said this yesterday, should be telling. I said, well, if we open up, if we open up on the day and we continue trending up, more than likely we're going to retest the highs in the SPY, which is around 332, and perhaps even overshoot that. And so today, and I wasn't following the market all day, but today, let's see if I can zoom into the hourly chart, because I did check it in the morning. Let's reset it here. So this, what's today, the 29th, so we're looking at this action right here. So this green candle. So this is how the market actually opened up. So for the first hour of trading, we actually had an up day. Actually, no, not the first hour. For the first, let's say, first few hours in the trading day, we were actually trending up. In the last 2 hours, we trended down. And if you look at the volume, the last 2 hours, it seems as though we had a sell-off. Whereas the buying, there wasn't a lot of buyers if you look at the volume here. But it seemed as though there was some selling pressure heading into closing, or the last 2 hours of closing. So that's actually very interesting to me. So with that said, once again, tomorrow's Thursday. So the next 2 days will either confirm my thesis or not. But again, I do think that the market is due for a pullback. We are fairly hedged in the private premium community, and we'll see if we get that correction, or if today was just another blip and we're going to continue to head higher. I suspect we're going to start that pullback. And remember, pullbacks are healthy. It's nothing to be afraid of, right? Especially if you're, as a trader, if you're afraid to take trades when the market pulls back 10, 15, 20%, then just start thinking longer term, right? I think everyone should have more than one portfolio. You should have one where you're trading. You should have one where you're investing. If you have kids, you should have one for them. So when you kind of look at these things very differently. So when the market starts to pull back 20 or 25%, and you don't want to actually participate in the market as a shorter term trader, I think that's when your investment hat needs to come on, and then you have to say to yourself, well, what investments do I really want to own longer term, and then you start chipping away at them, right? Hope that makes sense. So, definitely flipping it on its head, making that quote unquote negative a positive. So if the market does really start to correct and you see it pull back 4 or 5 percent or even more, and you're too afraid to jump in as a trader, then you might want to look at things from an investment standpoint. But anyway, that's something separate. But I say all that to say I am expecting a pullback in the market, and I think that would be healthy for the continuous trajectory. All right, hope that makes sense. What else? And then we have Tesla. What a beast. So we closed at 580 today. I looked, and just take note that I did try to short Tesla about a few trading days ago. Obviously, I got out. Stock has been a monster. Checked in after, and I did vow that I'm gonna short this again. And I at this point I think I will, because it's really becoming, in my opinion, a little overextended. And then you check after hours and it's up like 10%. So while it closed at 580, and after hours it's like sitting at 640, 650. Insane. So definitely Tesla is something to keep on your radar, because clearly the stock has momentum. And I always say stocks that rise really quickly, they're not sustainable. So at some point, this is going to come crashing down, and it's not going to come crashing down 5 or 10%. Like, we're gonna have a tremendous sell-off. When that happens, obviously that's anyone's guess, but if you can get it right, whether to the upside or the downside, you're gonna make money. Hence why I think it should be on everyone's radar. Because had you have longed it, right, even if you had longed it when the stock broke out, this was perhaps the ideal place to go long, right around here, right around the breakout. You would have literally seen about a 200-point increase in less than a month. Like, that's insane, especially for us. Well, it's a momentum stock, so it's not insane for a stock like this, but it's such a higher price security that I'm actually surprised that it went from 400 to like something towards that. Anyway, stock to put on your radar. I'd rather play it on the short side than the long side. That's me personally. I wouldn't feel comfortable trading it on the long side at this juncture. So it's going to be on my radar. Let's see if I can catch that short. What else? All right, so we're going to follow up a ticker ARMP, and this is essentially to just reinforce, I guess, the message that I've been uh, vocalizing for the past month or so, or essentially when we started 2020, which is when stocks make these huge moves, like I'm talking like penny stocks, small cap stocks, etc. Um, in terms of trading short term, or in terms of gauging directionally where the stock is going to go, you really want to pay attention to open and close. And I've in my past videos that I've done the last few weeks or so, I've illustrated that a lot. And so I want to do it again with ticker ARMP, because I talked about this stock yesterday because it was up north of 80%. And I said, well, a good indicator on whether or not the momentum will continue into today is essentially how the stock opens up and closes on the day. So yesterday we closed at 485. Today we opened up at 419. So we opened up below yesterday's close, which should have signaled to you that there was going to be a high percentage for a potential sell-off. And that's exactly what happened today, with the stock being off something like 26%. I'm not sure what's going on in after hours, but on the day the stock is off north of 30%. So reinforcing once again, and that can be a complete strategy in your trading, especially if you're trading shorter term. And I don't really do the day-to-days. I kind of, at least try to hold my trades for a few weeks to a few months. But a really good indicator is open and close, right? So start paying attention to that. Maybe that'll be helpful to you. What else? All right, like I said, I'm going to try to keep it short. So this will be the last analysis for the day. Ticker LEE. It's a daily chart. Let's just focus in on what happened today. We can even zoom into the hourly. That's fine. So stock is actually up about 66% on the day. It's down a little bit in after hours. It's down about 2.86%. So let's see what was the close today. So we closed at $2.10 today, going as high as, I can't even see it today's high, going as high as 309. So we pulled back a little bit, and the low is 201. Again, we're down a little bit in after hours, so we're probably trading closer to today's low of 201, which does not bode well heading into tomorrow. So I'm gonna say the same thing that I've been saying for the last few weeks, in particular what I just said about ticker ARNP. If you want to know whether or not this stock is going to put up another 60 or 70% heading into tomorrow, you definitely want to pay attention to how the stock opens up. If it opens opens up above 210, that's good. If it opens up below 210, it doesn't look so good, and it's looking like chances are it is going to open up lower because it's already down in after hours. And just take note that there's this gap here to be filled at $1.29. Now you can look here and you can see confirming volume in terms of new traders stepping in, and also in terms of there being more sellers than buyers. So for me, it's not looking so good for ticker LEE heading into tomorrow, but a good gauge would be how the stock actually opens up relative to where it closed the day prior. All right, hope that makes sense. If it does or doesn't, comment in the comment section. That's going to segue into my spiel. Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of that video, I'd like for you to do 3 things for me. 1, as always, comment in the comment section. Like the video if you like it. Just engage. Again, it helps to send this video to other folks like yourself that might need a bit of direction when it comes to trading in these particular stocks. So just by liking and commenting, you kind of get it out to other traders that may not know that a ShortMeTina is out there who does analysis every day. That's the first thing. 2, I do videos daily. So again, if it's something that you like and you want to hear more of and you just don't want to forget, make sure you're subscribed at our YouTube channel. We're at ShortMeTina, and this is the very last thing, and then I'm gonna go curl up with a nice book. I've been trading for a long time, close to 20 years. Right now on our website, we're hosting a free 14-day trading course. Again, you don't have to take out your credit card, it's free. All that you have to do is put in an email address, and then I will send to you some teaching and tutorial videos on sort of the important things, like the really important things I've learned trading for the last 20 years, things that work or things that have worked for me. So if you're struggling with trading, you're not seeing the consistency you want, and you're looking for a little bit of direction, then I definitely encourage and implore you to sign up for that free 14-day trading course, right? So if that's something that you like, definitely head on over to our website right now, ShortMeTina.com, sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for the support. I'll talk to you tomorrow.